welcome in for day 3 of my carnivore diet. This time, I guess I cheated a little bit because there was a lot of cheese in tonight's dinner. But my one buddy was on his 180 days and he wanted to treat himself, so we actually did a carnivore pizza. Pretty cool, huh? But anyway, to continue on with the day, I still had the same problems I did yesterday. Basically, I had a migraine most of the day. I was really tired and feeling sick, diarrhea. I had the hot dogs and, of course, the cheese again because that's really all I had available. And plus, I didn't have the energy to really make anything. It was just not necessarily the funnest thing I could say, you know. And then when it came a little bit further, I pretty much just vegged out a little bit after I got some things I could get done. But overall, it was kind of a quiet day. I'm pretty boring at this point, you know. But, so day 3 of the carnivore diet, I ended up having a beautiful chicken Alfredo carnivore pizza. So there wasn't a lot of beef in this one, quite a little bit of salt, a lot of salt actually, because I mean Parmesan usually has it. So, I mean, this is still considered kind of like a dirty carnivore, but it was still pretty good, mostly cheese, a lot of cheese, really was a lot of cheese. I probably did not do myself any favors on my diet for this, but you know, a celebratory day when 180 days without having, you know, like a regular diet. So this was his treat to himself, and I wanted to enjoy it as well. Plus, you know, he wants me to enjoy it, so that's a thing here and there. But I still shouldn't do like tomatoes or anything with sugar in it, so this seemed like the better idea. Now, I am probably wearing the same shirt I was for the last couple videos, and trust me, that is not on purpose, because I know some people are going to start wondering why I'm wearing a pure brown shirt or whatever. And the answer is quite simple. My videos got corrupted and I had to redo them. So in the editing phase, they never quite saw air, and I had to re-record. So if I seem a little bit more practiced, that's probably why. This is day 3 video, which means, technically this is day 4, so, but I'm not done with day 4 yet, so the day 4 video won't even be started until after all my meals. This is still like the morning, so this is after day 3, so, you know, there you go. But anyway, the normal things with the headaches and all that stuff, I took my caffeine pill like I normally do just to kind of keep the migraine at bay. I really hope I can get rid of this addiction of mine. It's terrible in that sense. But I can live with it if everybody else can, you know. Still, I will say that is probably one thing that's going to be the hardest, is for me to get over the caffeine and the soda. I hate to say it, but I mean, like, I'm still trying to find like a green tea maybe I can get away with, but I've been drinking mostly water, and I was never really a water drinker. I can drink it like if I'm really thirsty or something like that, but if you ask me what I would prefer, it would not be water. I was always into Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke, Diet anything really. I always like something with soda with a little bubbly in there, and I hate sparkling water. It is the worst tasting thing in the world to me. So keep that in mind when I go through this diet, that I will have no carbonation whatsoever in my diet. So huzzah to drinking normal. Maybe after a while I get used to it, but I do miss all the flavors I used to have from drinks. It's going to be a real struggle for me to continue. But water's water. You know, you got to do what you can do, and if you're following a diet. Still, the carnivore pizza was definitely a good added-on taste for the evening dinner. So besides my hot dogs that I'm probably going to be having every day, having something different in the dinner is definitely helping. But the carnivore pizza was absolutely delicious, really rich. So we had some bacon cooked up on its side, and I kind of used that to dial it down a bit because it was a little bit too rich. So the bacon kind of helped bring me back so I can eat more of it, you know, that kind of thing. I wasn't like I was full. It was just like the taste was just too strong. So something to keep in mind next time I try a carnivore pizza, not to do the Alfredo if it's a cheese-based crust. Still, all in all, though, it was delicious. The Alfredo sauce was absolutely sublime. So I mean, we had no problems there. Anyway, I guess one of the other things I wanted to talk to you about today is about some of the people I've actually talked to during my chances for diets. And the main guy I talked to was, how should I put it? My chiropractor. He was a very buff individual. He's my age, a little bit older. He has basically transformed his life, and he was a big kid like me, apparently. So I actually have a lot of respect for him to turn out the way he did. But he was telling me that he did do the carnivore diet, and he said for 90 days. But he switched to a different diet, like the Whole30, I think is what he says he's on now. But even then, he said the carnivore diet was really good for him. And he said he just couldn't keep it up for past the 90 days. He said it was extremely hard on him. We'll see if I can make it, but I will definitely do the 90 days because he also explained to me the benefits. And a little bit why 90 days is important with carnivore in order to actually see the actual results. The first thing he told me was you need to be on it for 60 days to enter true ketosis. This means your body will start eating fat. The 60 days will jumpstart the system, get things underway. It will actually take care of the major issue is the belly fat and everything else around you. The other 30 days is more of a cleanse, he said. The other 30 days is used as a cleanse to kind of help purge things out of your system that you didn't necessarily need, get all the unhealthy objects out of your body. And he says with these 90 days, they're the most vital to the diet. And that's another reason why I'm keeping track of this vlog, because for 90 days, for sure, I am keeping up with this diet because that's what was informed to me and everything else, and I keep patting the table. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I mean, I could do a little... Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. But anyway. So you kind of... When you hear that, you kind of look at it, and then you go online, you look it up, and it seems to make a lot of sense. And that's why people say 90-day carnivore is where you have to start when you try to do this diet. So I'm very keen on trying to learn what it will do for me personally. Somebody who has fatty liver, pre-diabetic, all these other issues that I have. It's definitely something to look into. On another note, I did not... Well, okay, I had a little bit of diarrhea, but not a lot. I mean, I think it's finally regulating a little bit. So, I mean, I'm still having my issues there. The migraine's not as bad as it was the last 2 days, but again, the caffeine pills are probably helping a little bit to keep that under control. I'm actually going to have to take one again here soon. I've been trying to keep it at one a day. I really want to quit, which I'm hoping this will allow me to do so. Once the headaches stop, I think I will, and then I'll go with the headaches that those pills give me. You know, it's one thing after another, really, but the side effects are crazy when you're getting off of caffeine. But anyway, I'm kind of glad I'm doing this. That these vlogs will probably keep me accountable and help me go through everything else. Technically, day 4 is technically started, but I always do my recordings pretty much in the morning, so this is kind of how it goes. But I'll try to get more information and share things I know as time continues. I'm just making like 4 short videos in a very quick amount of time, and these are literally my first YouTube videos because I never did it for my Twitch streams. But I mean, if you ever want to check me out on Twitch, I do play occasionally. I'm going to be trying to stream even more. I mean, I have a lot of friends there, and I actually met a good community, and I hope to meet many more here. And if anybody else is going on the same journey as me, either you're taking the same days or we're on the same path, I mean, like, feel free to give me a shout out. I have no problems with that whatsoever. And, you know, for what it's worth, guys, I thank you all for watching this video, and I hope my vlog will continue to grow. Um, but yeah, anyway, have a good night.